Hello, 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 hello. Memphis Youth Arts Initiative. This is your virtual weekly update and report for December the 4th, 2020. And we are excited about this weekend. How y'all doing today? This is Corey Travis. I am coming to you as the founder, president, director of MYAI. Good afternoon. I know I'm late in the week putting this video out for this week, but I always want to make sure I get all my details correct and accurate before I push them out to you. So this video won't be long at all, and we're going to go right into our information. We have 2 performances this weekend and everything else that's going on. So let's go right to it. Today is Friday, December the 4th, 2020. Here's a few things to remember. Tutoring is still available. Signing up at the front desk. I haven't had anybody sign up yet, but it's still available with Mr. Miller, our academic director, from Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4:30 to 5:30. So sign up for that. The fall uniform package set, the number 1 that was already ordered has been here. It will be distributed and passed out on tomorrow, not to wear, but passed out on tomorrow to take home. We're still taking commitments for the main event Christmas party. I've stretched the date out, and I've gotten with main event to see if we can pay our deposit on Tuesday, well, actually Wednesday. So Tuesday is the last day to do that. We still don't have a lot of people that's signing up for it. So if you want your child to participate in the Christmas party, it's not until the 21st, but we do need a $10 deposit to show your commitment for the party by Tuesday. So please pay Tuesday. Some of you all have paid in full. You can pay in full. It's $25. And the children are able to get a lot for that $25. For that $25, they're getting a whole bunch, okay? So it's really worth it. Just let me know. And whatever number of kids we have come Tuesday is what the party will be. Now, I think I can add you guys in later for those who are unsure. They're going to call me about 3 days before the event for a guaranteed count. And so I can add more then, but I won't be able to add like 20 more. I can only add like 10 more. So please let me know. And again, adults and our chaperones and our staff members, we're all on our own when we get there on purchasing whatever we want to do. If we want to pay per activity, buy game cards, or buy food or whatever. But this is an inclusive package for the children that is $25. That will give them every 4 hours of total entertainment, fun, and food. All right. Students need to dress in layers for our winter months during these performances. Every performance from here on out, whether it's indoors or outdoors, please let them dress in layers. Go ahead and go out and find some long johns for the bottoms, long johns for the tops, or double shirts, long sleeve shirts underneath. They do not need to be naked underneath their clothes. They need to layer up. And I know they'll be warm sometimes on the inside, but they need to layer up so when we get outside, they'll be comfortable and adjusted for the weather. Also, please prepare for the Washington, D.C. trip. I'll talk about that more later at the end of the video. Just in case we are selected, I'm going to give you some dates, but our application has been put in. And as always, members are required to wear a mask at all times, must have a black mask for every performance. The students are coming to the center every day for practice without any mask. I carry and I keep and I purchase disposable hospital-grade mask so that everyone can have one. But please don't let the students come here knowing just because they know I'm going to give them a mask. Those masks are expensive. Boxes of masks are expensive. Thank God to Momentous Partners for donating some every month. And hand sanitizer. Well, we're using hand sanitizer and masks very frequently. But if they have their own personal fabric cloth or mask, they need to come to practice with them. So don't let them get out the car. Don't let them leave the house without asking them where is their mask. And it needs to be on when they walk in the door. The kids have done an awesome job of keeping their mask on and keeping it with them when we ask them. No attitudes, no talk back. And we constantly remind them to wear their mask. But that's what we need to do during this time to make sure we can continue to be together and still be safe together. Okay, and as always, when we perform, a black mask is mandatory. Walmart sells some hang fabric mask, and I will show you what they actually look like. Walmart sells these Hanes fabric mask right here. There's a box of them. I think there's 5 in the box, and it's $7.50. And so I've kept one box, and they have a wire piece here so that it can form against the nose, and it's very comfortable fabric, like cotton, like t-shirt for hang, and they're washable. And so these are very, very good if you want to get those and keep those for the children. I will purchase some, and those I'll have them here for the children as well. But please make sure they have a black mask for the performances. So touching on Washington a little bit, as I said, here is a letter that proves that we have submitted our application to participate in the 2021 Presidential Inauguration Parade. And as it says, within about 14 days, you will receive a confirmation letter from the Joint Task National Capital Region, JTF-NCR Inaugural Parade Application Office, confirming receipt of your application. A member of the inaugural parade application office may also contact you if there's any items or application needs or something on the application needs clarification. We are grateful to have had some very prominent entities send us and give us some recommendation letters to submit with this application. So I thank you all for the photo shoot. We have beautiful pictures. I got together some beautiful video, and we also had recommendation letters from our Mason Lodges out of state. We also had recommendation letter from our chair councilwoman for this district, District 3, City of Memphis Councilwoman Patrice Robinson. And we also had a letter of recommendation and resolution from the Office of Senate, the Senator Marsha Blackburn for the state of Tennessee. And so those are some high recognitions, and those letters sounded really great. They really talked good accolades about us, and they were submitted with that application. So we are going to speak faith and speak into existence that we are going to Washington, D.C. to represent Memphis and to represent Tennessee in the 2021 inaugural parade. If it doesn't happen, we're still happy for that. And so at this moment, we'll talk about the hair. This is the weekend that the majorettes should have had their hair in crochet. All majorettes. We know we have a few new majorettes, so if you don't have it, that's fine. We want to get as many girls as we can in this crochet hairstyle. It will be the hairstyle for the next month or two. And so that's the hair. As I have said already, I do have one person that is willing to do the hair, that does the hair professionally. Just let me know. We'll set that appointment up for you to get that hair done. We've been doing it here on Fridays, but I need to know as early as possible in the week if you need the hair done for the crochet. All right. And with that being said, our second order for this uniform package has already been submitted. It's being made in production right now, but we're still missing a lot of staff members and a few other kids that haven't turned in their money for this. And so I will not try, I'm trying my best to wait out as long as I can to make sure every student has this. And also one thing I want to point out is that this company will not allow me to purchase 1, 2, or 3 of these packages. I have to have a minimum of 12. And so that's why I've been kind of long and drawn and out on ordering them, because I need to have a correct minimum. So this second order that's been processed and paid for will not be ready this week, but it'll be ready sometime next week. And it was an order of 23. And so I've counted how many students don't have it plus staff members, and there's about 20 left. So there's the third order will be the last 20. And so I have a third order that will go out. So this is your time to pay your $60 so you can go in on the third order. And that will be the final order of this package. And I won't be able to get like 1 or 2 or 3. So please, I'm gonna give y'all about a week and a half. I know tuition is due right now, so I'm taking it into consideration. About 2 weeks to turn in $60. So if you haven't turned in your $60 for this package, you still have 2 weeks. I would have loved to have wore this on tomorrow. That was the goal. But as I said, it takes 100% commitment, and from everyone in order for us to get some things done. I wish I had enough money sitting in the bank to just buy them all and we could wear it and then get reimbursed, but we don't have it. That's not the case. And so for this third order, I'm putting it out there now that it's open and available for you to place your order with me. I have your name on the list already. I just need a size and a payment. I cannot put down a size and consider you ordered until I have money in hand so I can turn it in once it's time. Once I place the order, I have to pay for every single order. And so I would like to have the money first before I consider you paid and in that order, a part of that order. But you have time, another 2 weeks for this third order. And mind you, it was going to take another week or two after that for it to be made and brought back here to the center. So hopefully we'll set another goal of us all being able to wear this for the Liberty Bowl Action Parade on the 31st. Or maybe we all could wear it on December 20th when we go to perform with the church. All right? And so for the drum line, there is another uniform item that they have. We're still working on the Camo Pants, but there is a supplier on Amazon that has finally supplied and got more stock of these pants for adult and children. So here is a picture of the actual item, and this is the only company I think you should go with. It is a Chinese company, so it's coming from China, so it does take quite a while, but it doesn't take as long as it says. It says arrives between, if purchased today, it arrives between January 8th and the 22nd, but that's not true. It will come in about two and a half weeks with the shipping. And so if you look in the search category at the top, I put blue camo cargo pants. And you'll see two selections. One will say men's fashion, which is the men's sizes, and one will say kids, and that's the kids sizes. But they run very true to size, so you might want to go up one size, and they do have adjustable belts and stuff on them if you want to do that. But those pants are vital for the drumline. We're waiting on every drumline member to have those, as well as the camouflage boots. As well as the boots. So we're still working on the boots. I can make another trip tomorrow on Saturday to Collierville to the boot store if needed, if anybody needs me to. But I would need the money cashed out tonight or money in hand. The boots are $39.99, which makes them $45 with tax at this store. If you like to travel to this store on your own, you can go out there to the store on your own. Now, mind you, it opens at 11, so it makes me late here to the center. But I always make it out there when they open, so just let me know if possible. All right, and we can do that. And again, I want to reiterate the wearing of the mask. It is so important, adults and children, that we wear the mask. We do not want to forsake not being able to come together again and continue on with our program at this current time if we're not practicing safety procedures and not practicing everything we need to keep us safe. It is a risk. We have all signed a COVID agreement. It is a risk to come together in this building, on the buses, and performances where they're indoors. And so because it is a risk, we must do our part as individuals to be masked up, to stay away from people, stay out of their faces, stop talking in people's faces, and being considerate of not spreading. Also, I want to mention that people have done a wonderful job of communicating with me when there's exposure in their home, at their job, or somewhere near where the children may be frequently, or they, as adults, our staff members, have been frequently. And so me, myself, one thing that I am doing is making sure that I'm not going to any new places or being around new people that I'm not generally around all the time for the sake of me running this organization and being here with children every day in the daytime. And so I have my certain places that I go, I have my certain people that I'm around, that I'm always around, and then I take that into consideration. So again, if you have any type of exposure in your home, any type of exposure at your job or anywhere where the kids that come here and participate probably could be exposed, it's no reason to be alarmed, but please inform me and I advise you to stay away. Stay away from here until they have either been tested or there's been about 5 to 6 days have passed before they're here at the center again. And so that's just the reality that we live in. It's nothing to be alarmed or afraid of. I'm just giving pointers and good procedures to follow by while we're navigating through operating our organization in the midst of COVID-19. We know the numbers, the cases have gone up high. They're going to keep fluctuating for a long time now. And so I think we have done a great job of living with the situation. We have done a great job of coming in here in the center with our mask on, and we want to continue to do that even the more, okay? Even the more. But it takes an honor system, and it takes integrity and character of our families and our people and our students to be honest and truthful about what they're doing and where they're going, and when they come into the center, that they're clean. They're full and clean, and have been vetted and tested. And like I said, I get tested on a regular basis, and so it's not a bad idea to go get tested every couple of weeks if you would like to, just to be sure on the safe side. Asymptomatic coronavirus cases are real. People who have corona and have not one symptom. So they may have experienced the whole coronavirus and not have one symptom and not known that they had coronavirus. So that's the most scariest part of this actual pandemic, is those persons who may have it and be asymptomatic. And like I said, if you need to know where a free testing site is, I know where several of them are. They have great turnaround on their results. Just let me know and I will point you in the right direction. Don't have to have insurance and don't cost any money. And getting tested is very easy. It's very quick and very easy. Okay, and so enough about that. And so the final part of our video is our performances for tomorrow. So make sure your child is here tomorrow at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. at the Bartlett. Tomorrow is the Bartlett Reverse Christmas Parade. And so as I stated before, reverse parade means that we will be standing still with no other public around us, just us in one particular spot along a route, and cars will come and drive by us to enjoy our performance as they drive by us and enjoy the other participants in the parade. And so this event starts at 4 o'clock in the Bartlett area. I've posted online the address. Is at the W.J. Freeman Park in Bartlett off of Bartlett Boulevard. Starts at 4 o'clock for the cars to come through, and it ends at 6 p.m. But we do need the children here at 12. They want us to be in place, and they're very, very early. So at 12 o'clock, students can be here dressed in uniform. Tomorrow's bus and transportation payment is $20 from every child. That will cover both days of transportation, Saturday lunch and Sunday dinner. So we're thankful for that. We got some donations involved in it. And the uniform is listed below. Our majorettes have given their uniform to me to be repaired, replenished, and refreshed. And that particular person who does our uniforms in Tunica is under quarantine. And so I've allowed her to just stay in quarantine, and I will go get those uniforms later. And so because of that, we just had to do a detour on our uniforms. And girls will wear all black for today and tomorrow, for tomorrow and Sunday, I'm sorry. So black tights that they should already have at home, black dance shoes, black sweatshirt, a sweatshirt. That's the sweatshirt material like a hoodie without the hood. Walmart, every Walmart has them. I've been to them already. They're $6 or $7. You can get them at the women's department, or you can go and get them at the men's department. They're Hanes. They're just a black sweatshirt. And their hair should be in a crochet style. And of course, everyone should be fresh, neat, and stage ready. Flag girls should have already communicated with their coach about their uniform as always. And our drum line will be going back to the khaki pants, but yet still the black long sleeve shirt with the black and white NYAI shirt, or any kind of NYAI shirt over the black long sleeve with khaki pants, and a belt. A belt is a must with your black boots, and this time a black skull cap. Let me know if you need a black skull cap, but we want all the boys to have black skull caps. They're sold at every gas station in Memphis. So just grab them a black skull cap so they can have their head covered. And like I said earlier, please layer up, for we will be performing and staying outside. Sunday's performance is quite easy. We're the halftime entertainment for the Memphis Shelby County PAL organization cheer-off competition. It will be held at the Green Hill Stadium in Fraser. All students are to be here Sunday at 11 o'clock a.m. The transportation and food would have already been paid for, so you don't have to worry about bringing any money on Sunday. And the same uniform as the day before, nothing's changing. And also, please layer up. Please layer up. And so I'm almost about done with about 20 minutes, but I would like to reiterate and go back to our Washington, D.C. So keep in mind that the timeline for this is very tight. And I say that because we will not receive confirmation from the committee whether we have been selected or not until mid-December, around between December 15th and December 20th. And with this event being on January the 20th, that gives us exactly 30 days or 29 days to prepare to take a trip all the way to Washington, D.C. But it can be done and it will be done. Please know that if we are selected out of 12,000 other applicants to participate in this parade, it is going to be a lifelong memory, a lifelong experience, an experience that I have never had. It will be the biggest experience I've ever experienced, and it will be such a great thing to have our students display and their talents displayed on a national stage, an international stage. And so it is very important that we put our mindset in high gear if we are selected to go. I would need support from everyone. It's a trip that we will have to pay our own expenses, but I'm going to use all my wit, charm, tactic, and know-how in fundraising and crowdfunding and publicizing and advertising and marketing the fact that we have been selected to go to this event and we need help to get there. And so my goal is to make this trip 100% free for every single child. 100% free. That is my goal. I will get on every news station. I will get on every radio station and solicit for donations and sponsorship of different parts of this trip until it is paid for in full on a luxury status. Do you understand me? On a luxury status. But I want you all to keep in mind that if that doesn't happen that way, there will be some portion of this trip to be paid by you as the parent and individual for each child. So we can start putting our minds on where we can get that money from and how we can get that money saved so we can do this trip. I'm trying to make this trip as economical as possible, but yet as luxurious as possible as well. But the dates that we will be traveling are listed here. We will depart on Sunday, January the 17th, and we will return on Friday, January the 22nd. So that's about a whole entire week, and that is a school week. So I've already started making preparations in planning this trip effectively, as I always do for all out-of-town trips. It's going to be important that safety comes first. So please know that every person that is going on this trip will have to be tested for corona all together. I want to send everybody to the same place, and it will be just enough time for Sunday, and so we will quarantine together after we've all been tested together, so that when we leave on this trip, we know that every single person that is on this trip and gets on this bus and will be traveling with us for a week is COVID-free. So please keep that in mind. There's going to be a lot of preparation for this trip that will happen very quickly and rapidly. Also, every person as staff member and child will need a birth certificate, a social security card, a birth certificate and social security card. I have to turn that information in to the government because the government is checking and scanning and background checking and doing everything for every person that's going to travel and be that close to the President of the United States and all of his cabinet. So keep in mind that you need to get your hands on the birth certificate, the social security cards of every single child, and every adult needs to have those things. If you have to go get a birth certificate, I'm telling you, in enough time to get down to the health department to get a clean, clear copy of a birth certificate as well as a social security card. So with that being said, I've also spoken with the district, Shelby County School District. May have to talk to a few charter schools, but I have talked to Shelby County Schools, and in the event that we are selected and can go, I will be providing a letter and having a communication call with each principal of all of our students and our Shelby County School employees that volunteer for the organization to have their absences that week from the school. Their absences from the week from their school will be excused. They will be excused. So the district is excusing those. The district is excusing those absences for the students and allowing them to make up their work. I believe the teachers will be able to prepare them some work that they can do on the trip, and they'll be still caught up with their schoolwork while we're gone. Now, as far as parents traveling, because of the government and because of the safety and the tightness of how this trip will be, I cannot allow any parents to travel with us on this trip, and that's any parents that are not staff members. I should have enough staff members that are already vetted and trained in how we do things to travel with us and be chaperones for the children. If there's a need for me to have any extra bodies, I will pick certain or select parents. But any parents that would like to go will have to travel and do their whole trip on their own. Do I mind parents following the bus? No, I do not. Do I mind parents going and staying at the same hotel we are? No, I do not. I will pass you information and you can have some of the rooms that I've already booked. But you will not be able to come to the inauguration event because it will only be for those performers. The parade will not be open to the public. It is a televised private event for only those participating in it. So I don't want you to get your hopes up and travel all the way to Washington and can't even see the children perform because there's not going to let people be on the side or the public, or you're not able to get a ticket for the event because you would have to register ahead of time and all this good stuff. So, but you are welcome to come with us because there's many more things we will be doing. Okay, so I'm just giving everybody a brief moment to get some information about this trip, and let's get our mind in that direction. So that way, when we get approved, I won't have to just throw it all in your lap. If we get approved to go on a trip, you know the dates, and that's the 17th through the 22nd. We'll leave at 6 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon after eating a good dinner so that we can travel all night long and get as far as we can into Virginia. And then we'll have breakfast that morning, and then the itinerary follows through for itself. We'll have time to relax, we'll have time to practice, and we'll have time to get to where we need to go. We will not be staying in the D.C. area. We'll be staying in the Maryland area. We're about 40 minutes away from the Capitol building. And so that area is near a mall, and it's also somewhere where we can just stretch out and not have to be around a lot of people. And we should be back late at night or early in the morning on Friday, like 3 a.m. And quite naturally, they'll probably be tired. And we are excusing Friday from school as well so that they can rest. You can have to get up in the middle of the night, come get them from the center. We'll be tired, but we'll be able to get it done. And so just have a conversation with your students that they need to be on their best when it comes to school, chores at home, behavior at home, and everything, because we don't want anybody to go that does not deserve to go as far as their behavior and the expectations that you have for them at home and the expectations that we have here for them. And that's very important because this is a once-in-a-lifetime privilege, and no one or no child deserves it if they're not going to do what they're supposed to do and live up to the expectations that you want as a parent and that we want as a member of our organization. So that is all for me. I thank you all for listening to me. Have a wonderful evening this week, and this video will serve for this weekend and probably a few days into next week. And mid next week, I will have another video prepared for you guys so I can let you know what's going on all up into next week. Thank you so much. Oh, and I forgot the band app. I didn't say anything about it, but the band app, thank you all that signed up for the band app. The band app is not replacing the text or these videos, but the band app is just another detailed way for us to spread information about what we're doing. If you get on the app is beautiful. You're able to see a full calendar. We're able to post as if we're on social media amongst ourselves and chit chat. It's a place for you to start a dialogue, ask questions. And so band is available for you to download and for the children and the parents to mix and mingle all together and staff in one online or social media platform. So thank you all who signed up for that, and it's always available. If you need the link, just let me know. Again, I'll let you see my face before I go. Thank you. And make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is very important. We want to get our subscribers up to like 1,000. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. But thank you for watching the weekly update. I'm about to go home and have a great evening, okay? Thank you.